Good afternoon. It's Sunday, and well, it is time for the daily thing. I have much to share, I think, this evening. So, as you know, I live a bit off Amazon. I mean, it seems that it is my personal duty to keep them in business. Not that they need my help particularly. Some of today's things were good things. Some of today's things were a little bit and some of them are really. So, let's start off. Standard pillow view, I'm afraid. So, the first thing I'm going to share with you is I bought these off Amazon. Now, they're not going to look very exciting to you. These are three things, spools, that's the word, spools of linen. Unwaxed linen. And I have hopes for those for potential future things, because obviously linen is a very good, useful substance that we should be loving more often. The next thing is a little bit... it's slightly disappointing. It's good enough, but it's also slightly disappointing. So, I can't really show it to you the right way up. So, let me see if I can tilt it over for you to start with. Plop. Right. Ooh, you can't see shit. It's, well, basically, these things dangle. And their idea is that it's actually this way up. So there you can see that they dangle. And what actually happens with them is, she says, going and grabbing one, you pull one of the legs off and you shove this on it and it holds a ball of wool. Now, I spent ages making cakes of yarn because, well, cakes of yarn, but of course, if you try to centre pull, it's pulling from the handle, so realistically you need to use the outside thing. But I do quite like the fact that they swing a little bit so that, you know, rather than jumping round your floor, you can have it spin and because they're magnetic, they work fairly well. They're supposed to take a fair bit of weight, so I haven't tried this. But if I add, so that's just under 50 grams. That's just under 100. And I can put a reasonable amount of pressure on and it's not coming off. So, other than snags, and actually it can stretch quite a way and still be pretty attached. This bit is designed for sticking your phone in. And the bits at the back are designed for sticking things like scissors and crochet hooks and things in too. So, this is not bad, not great, not bad, really isn't bad. But it pairs up with one that I'm not going to show you, which was to make those 7 balls of wool for my beekeeper's quilt into cakes of yarn, so that, because, well, basically they suck. My arm was killing me yesterday. I was in agony. So I bought an electronic ball winder. Now, it is quite efficient. It caked up a ball of wool. I took one of the second balls of wool, because you may recall I bought 2 of every colour. So I picked one up and set it up and set it off. Now, it's not going to win Speedy of the Year award. But it is an approximately about, I would say it's still probably faster than me doing it by arm, because obviously you don't go, my arm halfway through it and stop. I would argue it winds them a little bit tighter than I'd like, because for those who don't know, you shouldn't really wind wool into a ball and store it like that, because it's under too much tension. So, that's not ideal. And you can't really adjust the tension so much on it. I had hoped that it would have like the screw down ones like I've got on my winder for my weaving, right? No, they are a fixed tension. Okay. But it also goes as it does it. It's really quite irritating. But on the other hand, you're not actually having to do it, so you can keep an eye on the yarn. You can kind of drink your drink while it does it. I'll put up with the wine. The last thing is a spectacular, in my humble opinion, fail. It is this. Now, look at the size of this. Look at the thickness of this. Comes in a pouch. Okay? So, it's smaller than that. And I'm deliberately not telling you what it is. Right? So, here it is. In its full glory. This, my friends, is supposed to be a beach towel. It has got to be the thinnest frigging alive beach towel I have ever seen. It is... I've sneezed into thicker hankies than that. So, I'm not convinced it's exactly going to sop up much water. It didn't mention that it was basically useless. That it would not absorb water. It's more of a shawl, frankly. So that one is distinctly an epic fail. I'm not... I mean, you know, do for modesty reasons, but not exactly the absorbing water after a shower kind of reason. So that was slightly disappointing. But everything else was pretty much a success. Kind of cool with how they turned out. Yeah, it could have been worse. I've also been looking for a stand for my bolster pillows so that I could do this. And everything is either a bit short or really expensive or not available in the UK. Now, technically, they're not hard to make. But you've got to bother. And that, my friends, is where kind of duty fails me at the moment. So, let's get down to making stuff. So, two of you. Did you have yummy food? Yes, you did. Did you have nice dinner? Did you? Rory's still doing his kind of slightly clingy thing, isn't she? Yes. Are you a good boy? Yes. Yes, you are. And you're loved very much. Give me a pen. Itch. honest. So the plan of today is to get the bottom of my triangle. Over the next week, I need to plan some of my experiments. Now, as you know, I rather enjoy my experiments. Now, the plan of the experiment will be joining strips. But I do need to make decent sized strips to join. And they can't just be, 3 pairs of bobbins to join up with 3 other pairs of bobbins. It's got to be a decent sized chunk so that you can look at it like a section of something and decide how well the join works. So it is going to be interesting because, well, if it's a decent sized test piece, it's going to take a decent amount of time to make it, irrelevant of kind of what you do. So, I'm a little bit kind of reluctant because I've got a horrible feeling that, a bit like these triangles, the test pieces could take a week to make, and I'll need a number of them to try different things and all the rest of it. And, well, I don't really want to take that big of a detour. What I might do is obviously start making them, but at a very slow pace. So, kind of made off scene kind of thing. Get to the halfway point, so that will mean making 3 more squares, so basically in 3 months' time. And then we will take a decent chunk of time to finish the experiment, because by then hopefully I will have made a significant number of test pieces, on the grounds that we will be able to then decide how well it works. But one of the problems I have is that the design that's currently floating in my head would not lend well to being made in strips. But making strips is possibly the most efficient way of getting to the end and, without encountering too much depression and sadness along the way. For, as we discussed yesterday, if you do, a this size chunk of something twice the size of this pillow, you're not going to notice. Whereas if you do a this size chunk of a triangle, it shows, right? And this is part of the reason why I chose to do squares. Because I know my brain goes, hey, I did that today, and it feels pleased with itself. Because it can see that it has done this much of it, and it can feel proud of itself. Whereas if it can't see how much of it it's done, it kind of wonders what's the point. Because I was explaining to someone how I did my patchwork quilts was that I made strips of 6 hexagons. I then combined 6 strips of 6 hexagons into a square of 36 hexagons, which was roughly 1 cushion in size. So I found that on a really good day, I could make a cushion. Well, that's kind of a worthwhile amount of stuff. Whereas, if I'd added, 36 hexagons to an 8-foot square chunk, you're not going to notice. So I found that a very good way to convince my brain that it was making progress. And then obviously I joined 6 cushion-sized chunks together in a 6x6 square, and called it a patchwork quilt. So it is a good way of doing it, hence I went with squares, because I know that making squares and making smaller things, even if you have to make a lot of smaller things, but you make a bunch of smaller things to make a bigger thing, to make a bigger thing, to make a bigger thing kind of thing, you end up with at least feeling like you've made something because you made, say, 1 smaller thing today, or maybe 2 smaller things today, depending on what you're making. And it's why the beekeeper's quilt thing with the little puffy hexagons works, because each puffy hexagon doesn't take a very long time, although it seems to take me longer than I'd like. But even if you only do 1 hexagon a day, you've made a hexagon. You made something today. You didn't add, 6 rows to it. You made something today. And it encourages you to come back and do another one. So I don't know. I posted a video on YouTube today about all the things that Lace 8 does. Well, not all the things, but a sample of many of the things that Lace 8 does that annoys me and means that I am not really in a position to do my net curtain planning in one piece within it. And it is slightly disappointing because it had the potential. And from a principal point of view, it is not bad. But it has enough little flaws that when put together, that you find yourself kind of going, and it is just so much hard work to do not a lot. So I posted that up on YouTube. with any luck, which seems quite likely, we will finish triangle 23 today. And that is a good thing. That's you. Gonna sneeze, hang on. No, I was going to sneeze and it kind of wandered off. I can smell something. And it doesn't smell like dog butt, which is, you know, always a possibility. What can I smell? It smells something. itchy, 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 itchy. I can smell something. Is it you, little one? Yes. Now don't stand on me like that. Somebody tried to give me a cheek piercing yesterday with her claw. For little nose here, decided to leap off the couch as I was lying down watching some telly, and all three of us were snuggled up on the couch. And little Miss Itchy Pants here, who doesn't generally stand still for long, decided that now we'd all got comfortable, that leaping off to the highest heights was the thing, using my head. And, well, there was blood and everything. Yes. Wasn't there? And you got sworn at. Yes. You did. Yes, I know. Wow, your face is a little bit ripe. Could be you. Have to check your teeth. Hey, miss. Smelly face. You're not helping, little one. You're not. You're not. Sitting on my boob is not helping. No. Does not make me happier. Does not make any of this go faster. No. Doesn't. It doesn't. But this is still for you. You're right. All right. Or are you two also happy because you had dinners? Come on. You sit in the hole. Sit in the hole. There you go. There. What? You are loved too? Yes, you are. It's not like you're missing out, you know. Now. That's that one. So... it's almost like fresh vegetables. Like someone's just washed some vegetables. Which is not happening in this house today. Stop licking the carpet! Did you just do what I think you did? Excuse me one moment. If you did what I think you did... Well, if you did do what I think you did, you ate the evidence, so I can't be annoyed at you. But I'm fairly sure I know what you just did. Rory? I swear I need to get a camera in the hallway. What were you doing? Come on. What's the matter, little one? Blimey, did you just get up and lie down? No, I was going to say. Oops. Oh, I thought I just bent that. But I didn't. There we go. Right, on that note, my anatomy has decided that I need a wee. Even though I went before I started 43 minutes ago, apparently I need round 2. I shall be right back and I will throw up some adverts so that we don't get interrupted in 45 minutes. Speak to you later. Fuck off. Well, didn't we suck at that? Right. It is one of the pains of being dyslexic. I am terrible at games like that. Anyway. Next time I go, I'll remember to start it before I leave, not when I get back. Anyway. Right. Let's put you in a stick. Definitely need to make you all longer though. That's a bit better. Now we can put you over there a bit more, out the way. Oh, whiniest of whiny ones. Settle down, little one. And be less whiny. Yes. No. No. Did I say please trample me? I definitely don't think I did. No. No, I don't. I don't think I did. But, I'm really sure I didn't. Oh! You are the clumsiest thing as well. You are. Much as I love you. You decide to just kind of trample on everything and walk on things and stand on things that weren't designed for it, but then you don't. You fall off them all. Yes, you do. You do. Yes. It's my nose. It is. It is my nose. Yes. Yes. Because that's actually the problem. It's not that you come and stand on things. It's the fact that you fall off them, scratch them, maul them, trample them. Whereas your bruvs just comes and lies down and is a good boy. Isn't you? I mean, don't get me wrong, he has his moments. Not half as many of them as you do. Are you comfortable now you've rearranged my couch? No. That's better. Brain fart. Yoink. Where's a pokey thing? There's a pokey thing. Let's poke you down a bit because you're riding up. There you go. For some reason my brain farted then and thought I was at the bottom. 2 pairs too early. Make you a bit longer. Make you longer. So you three are done. You can join in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Final chunk. We like the final chunk. You're getting annoying. Can you, like, off over there? It's a spam bot. Hello, spam bot. Enjoy being reported, spam bot. Bye bye, spam bot. Ah, I feel like my heating's kicked in. It's a bit warm in here. bit crowded down there. Got my cake and the yawns. Oh dear. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's pull you out and stick you up. Even though you're a bit short. Stick you, because then at least we can chuck you up a bit. Makes a bit more space. I need to poke some pins down. There we go. And now we've made it to the other end. Whew. So we can pull some pins out. Got a few extras after all. There's a pokey pin. There's a pokey pin. So there we go. I wonder how many mistakes we made. Oh look, there's one there. Anyway, we have completed triangle 23. So, pack my pins up for a sec. It is time to go to my magic folder of stuff. There it is. I know, it is exciting. Go me. Feeling pleased with myself. And like I said at the beginning, it is. Oops, it's the wrong one. It is one of those bits is that you have to, you find yourself sitting there going, hang on. Okay. Because I've got the little. Oh, I know what you haven't got. Ah, there you go. I turned off all my things. Idiot. It's because I was recording the YouTube video earlier. I turned off all the things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ow! Pokey bit. Yeah, I realise I'm poking with a big pokey thing and then wonder why it hurts when I stab myself. It's because I'm trying to get these threads to stop leaping into the pins, which is easier said than done, because they really love it. But there we go. We need to push these down because we're keeping these. Well, some of these, actually. Not all of these. Some of you can come out. Some of you are to come out like this. It's very hard to see the tops of these pins. Because they're shiny, they kind of almost aren't where you think they are. It's quite difficult to aim and get them. Hence quite a lot of stabbing about. Because we're keeping all of you, because, well, we need to stop the distortion. You can all kind of skim down a little bit. So, part of me says I should start the next triangle. But it is tradition that on completion of a triangle, I kind of give up for the day. So I need to take a photo because, well, we do. Yeah. So with that being done, we are successfully at the end of Triangle 23. Tomorrow we will start Triangle 24. Hurrah! And obviously, maybe this time next week, we will be completing square number 6. So I thank you for joining me today. It's not been the longest stream of the day. 95 minutes or something? But we have completed our triangle, and that's what we set out to do for the week. So thank you for joining me, and I shall see you again soon. Bye bye.